client sat across from me the other day and she said something I hear all the time. She said, I don't understand. I'm making money, but it's all gone. And she wasn't careless. She wasn't irresponsible. She was doing everything she was taught what she was supposed to do, running her business, homeschooling her kids, trying to keep everything afloat. But at the end of every month, there was nothing left. And I remember thinking and looking at her numbers thinking, this isn't an income problem because on paper, she was doing well. Money was coming in consistently, but there was no structure, no strategy, no systems in place protecting what she was building. And it says in the book of Proverbs, chapter 21, verse 5, it says, the plans of the diligent lead surely to abundance. And what she wasn't doing was being diligent. There was a diligence problem. Hi, my name is Karina Burgess. I'm an enrolled agent and by the Internal Revenue Service and a homeschooling mom of two. And this is what I see working with homeschooling moms, business owners all the time. And I want to encourage you, you're not behind, you're just leaking. So let me say this clearly. If money's coming in, but nothing is staying, this is not a hustle problem. This is a stewardship problem. It says in 1 Corinthians 4, verse 2, it says, moreover, it is required in stewards that one be found faithful. And until that gets fixed, more income will only create more pressure. So when we start digging into her finances more, the first thing we found was unclear numbers. She didn't actually know what she was bringing home, what she was spending, what was left behind. So every decision she made was a guess. So look with me in Luke chapter 14, verse 28. It says, suppose one of you wants to build a tower. Won't you first estimate the cost? So once we cleaned that up, she immediately saw where money was slipping, not because she changed her income, but because she finally had clarity. The second thing we found was she was thinking about taxes way too late. Like most people, she waited until tax season, and by then her options were gone. It says in Proverbs 14, verse 15, it says, the prudent gives thought to their steps. We shifted her proactive planning, not by doing anything risky, but just being intentional. And that alone saved her thousands of dollars. And imagine if you make these simple shifts, those things could also save you thousands of dollars every single year. The next thing that we did, number 3, is she had misaligned systems, right? So this was the biggest issue. Her business wasn't supporting her life. It was competing with it. She was working during homeschool time, always catching up, always behind. And then God reminds us in 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 33, it says, for God is not a God of confusion, but of peace. So we built systems around her life, not the other way around, which everybody's accustomed to building things and then fitting into it. We built a system that fit her life and everything changed. Now she didn't need more clients. She didn't need more hours. She just needed clarity, structure, strategy. And once those leaks were fixed, she finally experienced what her business was supposed to produce: margin, control, and peace. In Proverbs chapter 17, verse 1, it says, better a little bit with peace than abundance with turmoil. So if you feel like money is disappearing, check these 3 areas: your numbers, your tax strategy, and your systems, because the issue usually isn't income, it's leakage. And if you're watching this thinking, that's me, I just can't see where it's going, you're not alone. But you do need structure. And that's exactly why I created the Profit and Presence Blueprint, to help you find the leaks, fix them, and build a business that actually supports your life. As it reminds us in 1 Corinthians 14, verse 40 says, let all things be done decently and in order. You don't need more hustle. You don't need more clients and things. What you need is better stewardship, because once the leaks are fixed, you will realize you're not actually behind. You are where God planted you. He wants to prosper you. But if he brings you more and you don't have the systems to hold on to it, then you will continue to lose it. So you just didn't have systems protecting what God already gave you. And in the Profit and Presence Blueprint, with the link below, is where you will find those systems that I'll walk you through step by step, and how to create those systems to find a leak, fix them, and actually build the systems that support your life. I hope this blesses you, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.